humbly greet you, good fellows out there. I believe this session will still continue from our knowledge of trying to develop what I see as a very peaceful approach to life. Your view might not necessarily be my view, but I believe we can go along side by side to sort of come up with a very tangible reason or common understanding as to whatever it is that is best for one to pursue or one to sort of look upon and consider as a good way of life or a way of approaching life in a very peaceful way. As we looked in some of the books, which mainly I have depended on the Quran and the Bible, and I'm sure probably you out there probably know other books that I don't know of. This is the Quran, which is being used most of the time. When I'm on my discussion, I use that to refer to a few things. I've got a red letter Bible, red letter Bible for the Christians. There's the Holy Bible, which is also used in my illustration as well to sort of verify or prove whatever it is that I sort of found to be a bit doubting by the listener, and in order to avoid any complications where the person might doubt that what is being said is true or not true, it's better I reveal to the person the reference that leads to that, because that's the possibility. I think it's another Bible for the Christians, because if most people are really into culture and religion, then definitely they are linked to most can easily be linked to the Bible and the Quran as the main source of one of the widely known religion. But it's just a guide to help us into the area of religion and culture and why it sort of stand in the way in life. Basically, this discussion will be to be able to sort of get your understanding regarding what is making the world so violent and not so peaceful. Why is your life, personally, your life, you are at war within yourself in terms of the choices that you have to make, the decisions you have to make, and probably with your neighbors or your fellow associates or peers that you sort of share the same environment or the society with. There isn't any understanding. There are many evidences that we have wars and all kinds of things going on which nobody understands why there can be a good settlements to it. And it's among human beings, believe it or not. In the animals too, it does happen. But since I'm not an animal, I wouldn't go there yet. I'm more concerned about the humans, which I'm part of, which is everything that within the humans have a direct and strong impact on me as a person. Animals might, but that takes some time, and that can be dealt with. We are dealing with the immediate ones, the most important ones I see as a human being will be the conflict between people. And if there is means where I can stand from a distance or from a close distance and make my suggestions which will help to bring peaceful solution to things, then I think it's better I do that. And that's what this is about. It's a video for that reason. You probably have listened to the unveiling of the friendly trap, and if you have listened deeply and much more into the unveiling of the friendly trap, then I think we can get back to some of the basic important things that we can, our mind, has been a bit released or somehow ready in some way to sort of see how we can both walk along the line of how to achieve peace. I'm sure if you have been listening or you have heard a few of the tapes, if you keep listening, your mind will now come to the point of deciding, and the choices will be made, and you will sort of have the understanding that is necessary to have. And so when you tune in, or you sort of go into the area which I'm now drawing your attention to, which is how to have a peaceful approach to life, or the beginning of peaceful approach to life, that will be somehow the heading will sound like. You will then have an easy mind towards it, an open mind, a relaxed approach. You will listen to it, and you sort of get the idea of what I'm trying to put through. There are issues with culture and religion that I feel is the main thing that has caused all these differences in the unveiling of the friendly trap. It is more. I have more in detail, go in deeper and deeper to explain what is the trap, what is causing us the differences, the conflicts, the sort of misunderstanding, and what is confusing us. And the way we are confused is because of what the information that we have piled into us, and because it's very much construed in so many ways, we are bound to sort of reflect along that manner. So I will really recommend and suggest you take time and listen to some of the points and some of the ideas and some of the things that I have said there, and I'm sure that will also put your mind at ease when you happen to listen to the beginning of how to achieve peace. And you sort of go along with me in so many ways. I believe so. I think so. I think so in every normal way that a person should supposed to think. I'm sure you will go along the way. I don't care about what others might come out to say. Do you listen to yourself, or maybe my views are quite awkward? Of course it is awkward according to what we have accepted, what I and you have accepted, have we grown to accept. But it's like taking a trip to the moon. Not many people get that opportunity to go to the moon, and those who go there have a different view of life now. When they go and they see the earth and see the universe and see all those things, they don't come back the same people. Trust me, I think they don't come back the same people. You might probably have to get one and ask if they do. But why do I say that? Instances will come when you yourself will desire to be in a certain place for an experience that you have probably learned, read about in books and all that, and then you personally have a first-hand experience of being there, and enjoying and taking part of that kind of moment. When you go out of such a situation and you come back, you don't really become the same person. Your views change, your doubts are gone, you have a positive way of seeing things. You really have some assurance and confidence in terms of whatever your thoughts were at that time, and what your thoughts will be after such a trip. So in that regard, I'm sort of thinking that if you've got a chance to go to the moon and you come back, you definitely will not see yourself as being the same person as you used to be. Yeah. So that's how I'm viewing it. I'd set myself outside of the religion or culture, and I view it critically. Despite all the resentment, all the disagreement of what colonialism and all those things, which I probably had problems with, or some sort of image which I'm not really the image of me being looked down upon because of the background and the historical things that puts me down and all that. In spite of all that, I could see beyond that, and I saw that no, going out has made me see things even in the way of those that I probably might hate or might not be too friendly with, or people that I might not really agree with in terms of how they saw things and how they approached it. I go out and I see the same thing. I say, okay, so that is why they did what they did. That is why they sort of treated other people the way they treated them. There is no justification for the actions of slaves.